28 years in management, the first time, and he's been at some great clubs, that he's ever experienced being a league title winner. Charming, but with an inner steel, Alan, that you have to have to be a Premier League winning manager.
No, of course, you can't just achieve what he has this season by being a nice man and comical in press conferences. He knows what he's all about and what he wants from his play.
What a moment this is for an Italian who tried to conquer the Premier League previously, and on his return never thought he'd be in this position again, joining Leicester City. Remember where he came from, via Greece, the latest position where it ended in disaster. Nobody thought he was a good appointment at the time. Not one expert thought that Claudio Ranieri's return would end in this kind of success. But somehow he's managed to create this incredible bond amongst these players, making them fight for each other and believe in a cause week by week, target by target. He's ticked them off to this point today, a moment that Leicester City would never believe they would have seen. I'm afraid we've lost power momentarily. It's been one of those stormy days around Leicester. They've had it all season, haven't they, Jamie? We thought they could control the weather the way it's been here.
Absolutely. Just going back to Claudio Ranieri there. I mean, I love what he said this week. When he arrived, he was the tinker man. Now he's the thinker man. And that sums it up. He's done such a great job with this group of players. He's made them all believe. Players that you thought, well, they've been for non-league, can they become champions? And absolutely they can.
These players here, I said on Monday night, legends for a lifetime, and that's what they'll be. Going back to Ranieri, I think the job he's done. At Liverpool, you've got a statue of Bill Shankly. They've got a statue at Manchester United for Alex Ferguson. For this one moment, this one season, this man deserves the statue.
I'm pleased to say we can now rejoin Alan Smith and Martin Tyler.
Forward one by one. Can he drink water? Of course, watch these presentations with Manchester United. Robert Huth, who's won it twice before with Chelsea as a young player, but never as a regular. Jamie Vardy, who has been at the forefront of this extraordinary chapter in Premier League football history. Andy King's had a very good day today. Mark Albrighton been involved in almost every match. And waiting at the background is Captain Morgan. Conte, N'Golo Conte. What a player, Alan.
What a player. But in 50 years' time, I think supporters, Leicester and football supporters, will be able to name this team from Kasper Schmeichel to Jamie Vardy. They will go down in football folklore, there's no doubt about that.
Well, from Premier League also-rans last season, survivors just about. There's no exaggeration to say that they've got football immortality. Toiled unselfishly for the team, and that's been a key to the way Leicester have gone about their business. And Nathan Dyer on loan from Swansea got that vital goal to beat Aston Villa. Riyad Mahrez, the PFA Player of the Year, first Algerian to win the Premier League. Christian Fuchs. Gürkan Inler, who's hardly had a look in, but qualified for a medal, a really established player for Switzerland and played in Serie A. Well, shades of Ipswich Town in the 60s, Nottingham Forest in the 70s. But this is unique. A modern-day football miracle. They have blown their rivals away. They have blown us all away, in truth. Premier League champions 2016, the amazing Leicester City.
The moment that Leicester has been waiting for. Finally they get their hands on the trophy. The first new winners of the English top division since Nottingham Forest back in 1978. And they've done it in style. From the first game here of the season when they took Sunderland to pieces, really, beating them by 4-2, all those stunning comebacks. And then people started to believe. From January, they've led the way by themselves. Since November, they've been behind in matches for just 60 minutes, and every time it seemed like the pressure was on and Leicester City were about to stumble, they found another way, found another gear to be here today. Their crowning glory, Jamie Carragher.
I think the greatest achievement in a one-off season. I know this week Nottingham Forest have been arguing that, but I think in this day and age, teams like Leicester, mid-table teams sometimes fighting relegation, are not meant to have these moments. This is what makes it fantastic. This now gives hope to every player, team out there, up and down the league. The impossible is possible.
A footballing miracle, Jamie?
I'd say so. You look at a team last year that nearly went down to now standing 20 yards away of us with a Premier League title in their hands. It's the stuff of dreams. They have been magnificent, and I emphasise the word team because they have been as one all season. Don't matter who stepped in, that player has been magnificent, from Schmeichel to Vardy. Every single one of them has been immense. They've got a great captain, a great leader. Because as Jamie says, this isn't meant to happen. It's meant to happen at Man City or United, where they spend vast amounts of money. This is little Leicester. And it's beautiful, and I'm so pleased, and I'm honoured actually to be here today to witness this.
And you see the collective spirit even here. Players who might not have played a full part being whirled on by their teammates, Jamie.
Well, you see the impact of King today in midfield. You see Schlupp the last couple of weeks coming to the side when Vardy's been out. And that's what it has been. That team, Wes Morgan there, being a colossus at the back. And every one of these players has their own story of how they've got here. None of them has had it on a plate. They've been released by clubs, they've been on loan, some of them have been on the bench, even at Leicester, and they've come back and done some. And there, the main man, Ranieri. I'm so pleased for him. The criticism he took when he took the job, it was a big surprise for everyone. But the thing with him now, with lots more games coming next season, will he become the Tinker Man again?
Maybe he might have to. It shows that nice guys can win, Jamie.
Absolutely. He's done it in a really nice style. He's not tried to bully. He's not tried to play mind games. He's just worked with his team week in, week out. He's well-drilled, organised, disciplined, and it just feels good. It's a feel-good factor about what Leicester have done. And as I said, it's such a beautiful thing to have, because there are so many times where we look and think they don't really deserve it. This Leicester team deserve everything they get, and they're an example to every young footballer out there that if you work hard enough, you can be successful and you can get to the top in this game.
The backroom staff as well, which of course he kept. Not all managers do that. Apparently it was a condition of doing that. Craig Shakespeare, Steve Walsh.
I think Steve Walsh, listen, there's plenty behind the scenes, but Steve Walsh, you can argue, has had as big impact on this title win as the manager, the players there, the work he's done behind the scenes, the players he's brought in. Everyone knows how big recruitment is in football, and some of the signings Leicester have made are some of the greatest signings you'll ever see in Premier League history.
Some of the statistics that seem to have defied the normal characteristics of a champion, Jamie. The least possession we've ever seen.
4-4-2. I thought 4-4-2 was dead. I thought, no, the Premier League playing 4-4-2. That proves you can do that. But it shows if you're well organised and you're happy to play without possession. And you've got players like Mahrez and Vardy, Danny Drinkwater who didn't play today, Mark Albrighton in wide areas. They've been magnificent, and I think that's what has probably been the crown for them. The fact that they've done it in a